uniform together and held your pants up. So that's why we did it that way. Now, in the little story I'm going to tell, I'm gonna compare you guys as martial artists to plants, two living creatures, both grow, so we're going to compare it that way. The white belt represents the snow-covered ground with pristine snow over it, untouched, no footsteps. That's the ground that's snow-covered. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes, sir.
It does? That doesn't make much sense until I get to the rest of the story, but if you heard my story before, it makes sense. The white belt can also be representative of a blank white piece of paper where you know nothing and there's no story written, and eventually you write the story that is your Taekwondo journey on that blank paper. So the white belt is the starting point. In my opinion, the white belt is the greatest jump in knowledge from white belt to yellow belt that you'll ever have in your martial arts career. When you come in here as a white belt in your first class, you know nothing for all intents and purposes. You've never learned from me before, you know nothing. When you become a yellow belt, you know something. You'll never know nothing ever again. So you'll never be able to go from nothing to something. You'll go from something to more to more to more, but you'll never start at nothing again and go to something. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes, sir.
So it's very important that you always remember this step, and that's why we did white belt week. Now, as you see, you never know you're going to need your white belt again. So when you guys get promoted, you need to put your white belt in a safe place and always remember it. And you just go look back and see how dirty, hopefully, it is with blood, sweat, and tears to know how hard you worked so that you can always look back and remember that. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
And Paul, you need to say, yes, sir, come up. You're going to bow to me and bend over, do this, go back to your spot, and just stand there for a moment, okay? So, inhale, please. Nissan, please.
Yes, sir.
Christian, please.
Sir.
If anybody has any spelling errors on their certificate, just let me know. I'll make a new one right away. My database might have been wrong. Ben, please. Sonia, please. Christina, please. Matt, please.
Yes, sir.
Good job. Everybody, please turn around. Go back to the room. Put your certificate and your belt on the floor neatly. Take your white belt off. Fold it up nice and neatly and put it on the ground. Once it's folded nice and neatly, you can pick up your yellow belt and put your yellow belt on. And we get to see if you know how to tie your belt in front of an audience. Now, usually you guys get back to your evaluation sheet at the promotion ceremony, but I have such great evaluators. Master Nori, who was one of your evaluators, was watching you guys so intently they didn't have time to write down his notes, so he took all of his evaluation sheets home with him to spend all week adding notes to every section for you guys for everything you need to work on. He asked for a little extra time. So as soon as I get those back from him, I'll copy them and give them to you so you can look it over. But he wanted to give you his best effort, not just circle the letters, but give you guys comments. So that's why you don't have them today, but you will get back soon. Everybody turn back around the front.
Yes, sir.
So we go from white to yellow. The yellow belt represents the rising sun. The sun at its earliest time, as it starts rising in over the snow-covered ground, the sun is rising, and that will eventually do what to the snow? Melt it. Now finish our story in a second. Everybody come to attention. Trick. Let's give our new yellow belts a round of applause, please.